You ever wonder why smart, beautiful, powerful, capable women stay in shitty relationships? And not just stay, I mean, they double down. They explain too much. They give too much. They accept way more crap than they ever should. Because let me tell you something. It's not because they're weak. It's not because they don't know better. And it's certainly not because they don't have better options. I'm Nurse Adrienne, and I teach people how to have the life they say you couldn't have. Powerful women don't stay because they lack intelligence. They stay because they fall in love with potential. They fall in love with someone who could be, instead of paying attention to how that person is actually showing up in their life. They stay because they've been conditioned to overfunction, to overexplain, to overgive. Not that they think that's love, but because somewhere along the way they learned it's how you earn love. This is how you get chosen. This is how you keep someone. They're the ones who fix everything. They're the ones who listen endlessly. They're the ones who carry the emotional weight of the relationship, while no one is doing any of that for them. They say, I understand. And what they really mean is they understand trauma. They understand pain. They understand exactly why someone behaves the way they do. And then they make the mistake of believing understanding someone means they should keep accepting the behavior. No. Understanding someone doesn't mean you tolerate behavior that hurts you. And this is where it becomes a real problem, as if that wasn't enough. Because powerful, smart women, they don't just stay, they keep trying to fix the relationship and the person. They think, if I just explain a little better, if I just say it the right way, if I just give a little more, if I just stay and I'm patient, maybe he'll show up differently. Maybe he'll finally choose me. Maybe he'll finally see how valuable and important I am. But here's the truth. You're not in a relationship. You're in negotiations. You're negotiating for basic respect. And that is the problem. Your worth is not fucking negotiable. And every time you accept less, you train people to give you less. Less effort, less consistency, less respect. Again, and again, and again. And listen, if you have to negotiate for respect, you're in the wrong fucking room, babe. Powerful women don't stay because they're stupid. They stay because they've been taught to confuse survival patterns with strength. They think patience is strength. They think tolerance is love. They think enduring the same behavior over and over and over again means that they're strong. And because they can handle a lot, because they've usually been through so much trauma, they do handle a lot. Until one day they wake up and realize they've been showing up for everybody else and abandoning their own standards the entire time. And the cost? It's not just the relationship. It's your self-respect. It's your time. It's your energy. It's your trust in yourself. And that quiet awareness that you stayed way longer than you should have. The shame of knowing better. Because every time you ignore what you know, every time something feels off and you talk yourself out of it, every time you stay quiet when you should speak up, every time you accept behavior that you know isn't okay, you teach yourself something. You teach yourself my needs don't matter. My boundaries don't matter because they don't hold. I have to work for basic respect. And that pattern, that doesn't stay in just one relationship. That follows you until you change it. This is why so many powerful women end up just exhausted, confused, and questioning themselves. Not because they're incapable, but because they've been running a program that rewards overgiving and punishes self-respect. So no, the problem isn't that they don't know their worth. You do. You feel it every time something doesn't sit right. Every time you have to explain yourself again and again. Every time you feel like you're asking too much when you're really asking for the bare minimum. The problem is you're not enforcing it. You're still hoping someone will recognize, still hoping they'll change, still hoping the version of them you created in your goddamn head will show up in real life. But hope is not a plan, and potential is not reality. The shift happens when you stop asking, how do I make this work? And start asking, Why am I putting so much effort into someone who isn't putting the same effort into me? The shift happens when you stop negotiating and start setting standards. When you decide only people who show up and put in the effort and treat me with respect get access to me. Not because you're angry, not because you're bitter, because you finally understand your fucking value and you're done pretending you don't. Because here's the truth. You were always worthy of respect. You just kept accepting less than that. And the moment you stop accepting it, everything changes. Who you allow in changes. What you tolerate changes. How people treat you changes. Because you are no longer trying to be chosen. You're deciding who gets access. And that is the moment everything in life shifts. I'm Nurse Adrienne. Thanks for watching. Follow, like, and share for more insight into the patterns that we develop